Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me, Coach Sifu. How you doing? It's great to finally connect with all of you guys. This is actually the first time that I'll speak on any of my teachings, and we'll see how far that goes from here on out. But for now, here I am, and it's such a pleasure to meet all of you, those of you who have never been with me before, and also for those of you who I haven't seen in such a long time. Wow, it's been such a long time, and I miss you guys, and it'd be great. Hopefully, I'll be able to see you before you decide to move along. But enough with that, let's get started. Okay, so everybody knows what a coach is, right? Coach is a leader that takes his team members and helps them perform good. And I'm going to be your coach, but I'm going to be your coach of Tai Chi and Kung Fu. And so that's a little bit different. But the idea in terms of what I do for you is exactly the same. So I'm going to show you a series of exercises that are going to help you be able to do your Tai Chi and your Kung Fu in a better way. Okay? Now, Sifu is, maybe you've heard the word sensei before, and that is kind of the Japanese word for a teacher of martial arts. Well, Sifu is the Southern Chinese equivalent of that same term. If you go to Northern China, they say Shifu. It's kind of like a SHR with a fu on the end. But essentially it means teacher, it means master, and in some families it actually means father. In the traditional way of Chinese Kung Fu, if a teacher was going to take you and show you Tai Chi and Kung Fu, he would literally adopt you into his martial arts family. So here's to you. I'm going to adopt you into my martial arts family, and I'm going to make a pact with you that I'm going to be a really great teacher, and I'm going to show you as much as I possibly can, and you're going to make a pact with me that you're going to be the best student that you possibly can, and together we will succeed. All right, so there you are. And you know, another thing we might want to talk about is that Kung Fu salute that I was just using. Now, many of you probably saw it on Kung Fu Panda. If you ever saw that, you would see the guys put their hand and their fist together and they say Master Shifu, you know, and so there it is, Master Shifu. Now, when you say Master Shifu, it's kind of like saying Master, Master. It's kind of like saying Master twice, but using the two languages, of course, it's pretty cool to say. So I'll be Coach Sifu, and that probably is a little bit more proper. I'm your leader, but I'm also your teacher. in that sense. So here I am to present Tai Chi and Kung Fu to you. All right, so this should be a lot of fun. And I hope we go a long way. I've got several forms here that you can learn. You can take level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and there's different forms in each one. And we always begin with a great warm-up as you've been learning. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, enough talking, because Kung Fu is a term that means hard work. You know, when you say karate, it often means the empty hand martial art or style. And the Kung Fu term isn't speaking about a style or a type of martial arts. Kung Fu, the word Kung Fu actually means hard work. And what we're saying is that it's the hard work that you need to do to become masterful at anything. So you're going to work really hard. So if you want to be a great basketball player, you're going to practice really hard so you can be a master basketball player. If you want to be a scientist, you're going to study really, really hard so that you can become a master scientist. If you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a great doctor, then you're going to have to study really hard to become a great doctor. So it's the same concept here, only we're going to apply that to our health. And that's the reason why we're here. We're here to make sure that you learn the skills to stay healthy in your body, your mind, and also something called your energy, which the Chinese say is your qi. And your qi is your vital energy. And so we're going to do some exercises that help you to build your body, your mind, and your vital energy. And it should be pretty fun while we're doing it. Okay? All right, so let's start as we always do with our feet together. And we're going to bring up our fists in our hand and touch them together. And that's our Kung Fu salute. And sometimes we actually bow when we're trying to be very respectful. So you can even bow. Okay, so let's try that a couple more times pretty quickly. Make sure you're paying attention. And ready and salute. So you got to be pretty fast in Kung Fu and martial arts. Ready and salute. Oh yeah, I bet you were ready to go. All right, now let's do our jumping jacks and begin. 1, 2, 3, you count 1. 1, 2, 3, you count 2. 1, 2, 3, you count 3. 1, 2, 3, you count 4. 1, 2, 3, you count 5. 1, 2, 3, you count 6. 1, 2, 3, you count 7. 1, 2, 3, you count 8. 1, 2, 3, you count 9. 1, 2, 3, you count 10. All right, very good. All right, now step out the kind of the width of your body, and when you stand with your toes straight like this, I call that Dragon Warrior. Yeah, if you guys remember from Kung Fu Panda, you know, Po the Dragon Warrior was kind of round and he was kind of fluffy, you know, and so we're going to kind of imitate that a little bit, not because we're just trying to be silly, but actually it helps our blood flow better. Okay, so we'll stand like this to start with. Make sure your toes are straight, and then we turn our wrists. And switch. Make sure your knees are a little bit bent. Elbows. And switch. And shoulders. And switch. And then cross your arms front to back. Swing your arms up and down. And then you're going to reach up as high as you can go, stretch, reach up really high, cross your arms and pull your shoulders down, and then we're going to circle our head and our neck. So we're going to tilt our head down, and then we're going to breathe in when our heads go up, and we'll breathe out when our heads go down. And we try to breathe through our nose only. Inhale up, exhale down. And try not to hold your breath. Let it be natural. Let the inhale happen, Let the exhale happen. And when you get to the bottom, switch directions. Inhale up, exhale down. Breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you go down. All right, now I want you to reach behind and I want you to rub your lower back. Give it a nice rub with your palms and your hands. You know, we sit down a lot when we're studying, so sometimes our lower back starts to bother us or it gets a little tight, and so it's really nice to rub it. Okay, now leave your hands right there on your back and then turn your waist, turn your hips. When you get to the back, switch directions. Bring your feet together. Place your hands on your knees and make small circles. And switch. And we'll stand up. And now we're going to turn and circle the ankles. So you point your toe and you do your best to make a circle in one direction, and then you make the same circle in the other direction. And then you go up on your heel and you turn your toes side to side. Okay, now the other foot. Turn the ankle. Both directions. Up on your heel and toe going side to side. All right, and then we're going to practice a one-leg stretch. So let's leave the toe up since it's up there already, and we're going to reach forward with both hands and try to keep our legs straight. And we'll hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll slowly stand up, and we're going to have to turn that toe in, shift our weight, turn the toe out, and other side. Keep the legs straight, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll stand back up, and then we'll stand out and rock side to side. I often call this one crouching tiger, gliding side to side. All right, so you think of a tiger who's hunting. He doesn't stand way up here and go, hey, I wonder if there's anybody out there. You know, he's way down here. He's in the bushes, crouching low. You know, looking through the branches. All right, now we're going to turn and forward bow. And then we're going to switch sides. And then we'll stand up. Make sure your feet are straight again. And then squat all the way down. This is Lucky. She's my food dog. She protects me while I practice. And she's a really loud alarm too. All right, you're gonna straighten your legs, stay relaxed, nice stretch. I wonder if you can even put your palms all the way on the floor. And then slowly stand up. All right, and we're back to our Dragon Warrior position. Okay, now to end these warm-ups, we always do our big 3 exercises called counter swing, rise and drop, and trembling horse. So, arms out and counter swing. And try to do your best to keep your knees straight. And you just let the arms swing back and forth. One arm goes to the front, one arm goes to the back as you turn. All right, and then we're going to do something called gathering chi. Gather your breath. Inhale, reach all the way up. Open your chest. Exhale, lower your arms. And you're gonna balance yourself from head to toe. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in, deep breath. And exhale, down. 1 more time. Rise and drop. Inhale, lift your heels, and then exhale, drop and bounce. And be nice and loose about it. Don't be stiff. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, we don't want to do that. Inhale and exhale. Be gentle, be nice on your body. Your body's going to take you a long, long way, so we want to treat it really nice. All right, now inhale. We call it trembling horse. Your dog shakes the water. You take that big, deep breath, and then you're going to exhale. Shake your hands, your arms, your body, and your legs. So you make a whole ripple through the body. And if any of you have a dog at home, you've probably seen them do that, especially when they get wet, right? So you inhale and exhale. All right. And now, since we were all wet and we were shaking the water, now we have to drip dry. So, we're going to stand in our Dragon Warrior position, and we're going to be very still. And then I want you to bring up your left hand, and then bring your right hand and put it on top. And now we're going to practice our standing concentration. The idea is if you can stand here perfectly still, and who can do it the longest? Can you do it for 1 minute? How about 2? Maybe even 3. Well, how about you're feeling pretty good? Let's do 5. No, that's not enough? All right, how about 10 minutes? We'll stand here for 10 minutes. Oh man, I can't tell you, it's gonna feel so good when we're done. No, I'm just joking. We're not gonna stand here for 10 minutes straight, I promise. Okay, but this is a very good exercise for us. So, we're going to be as still as we can. We're gonna be so still that even if a bee landed on us, it wouldn't sting us, because it really wouldn't be able to tell if we were a tree or some kind of weird rock or stone. It wouldn't really know. and they'll probably just fly away eventually. The worst that could happen, maybe you'll get a tickle, but I wouldn't move. Alright, so let's stay here maybe one more minute, perfectly still. And believe it or not, this practice is going to help you boost your chi, boost your energy. So you can imagine yourself like a light bulb. And the longer you stand here, the light bulb gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter for as long as you turn it on. And the brighter the light gets, the more energy you have. So are we ready to be here for 15 minutes yet? No? Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's gather chi again. And what's really fun is that sometimes when you do this, your hands actually begin to tingle. So let's try something together, okay? So everybody take your hands and rub them together and make them warm. Rub them really fast. Really, really fast. It's starting to get so warm and so hot. Ooh. All right, now open and close your hands like this. All right, now shake your hands. Shake them really fast. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, and stop. Now bring your hands together, but don't touch. All right? And then if you start to kind of pretend like there's a little balloon in there or a ball, and it's almost like water or liquid, and if you start to kind of play around with it a little bit, you might actually feel something happening between your hands. And sometimes it feels like a tingle or it warms up. So see if you can find your chi ball. That's what we're trying to find. Can you find your chi ball? Can you find your energy? And can you actually feel it? We all have it, but not everybody can feel it. I wonder if you can. You probably can. Now, if you bring your hands really close together and you smush it, you might notice it starts to warm up and it starts to get really tingly. And it's kind of neat how, if you bring your hands together, how you can feel your energy. You know, I don't know if you've ever done this, but you know, I've kind of drugged my feet on the carpet. You know, I dragged my feet on the carpet and then I tried to touch somebody and I got shocked. Well, that same electricity, if you're feeling it, is the same kind you're feeling here. It's kind of cool that we can actually make that happen on purpose. All right, let's gather our chi once again. And then we wanted to do some of our very simple energy exercises today. Okay, so we're going to inhale when the hands come up and exhale when the hands come down. And what we want to do is we want to pretend like we're moving energy. You know, so my teacher always said, can you imagine that the air is thick and full of energy? And then when you move your hands through it, can you actually feel it? So maybe some of you actually still have that feeling in your hands, and you're even feeling it now while you're waving your hands up and down. Okay? So whenever you do this one, you want to breathe in, and your hands go up, and then actually when you breathe out, you go down. Okay, now what's our next one? Expand, contract, right? Breathe in, and your arms and hands separate, and then breathe out, and your hands come back together. And we really try to see if we can keep feeling that tingly feeling of chi. Inhale and exhale. As everybody knows, breathing is really important. So it's a really good idea if we do it on purpose every day. And so this makes a fun way that we can breathe. All right, now gather and dissipate. Inhale, reach out, grab as much air and energy as you can and pull it into your body. And then exhale, push it back out. And we can repeat that. Inhale, gather. And the other part is exhale, dissipate, send it back out. All right, now, one of the things I like to do is add my legs for this one. So I'm going to inhale, squat down, and then exhale, reach out. And repeat. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. How about one more time? There's one more that I like to do, which is called in and out. And so my hands go away from my body as I breathe in, and then my hands come back in. I can show you from the side too. See? Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so I'll turn back to the front so we can do it together. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, gather your chi, inhale up, gather your energy, and exhale down. And when your hands come down, you start to relax. All right, let's do one more here. Let's turn to the right. This is one of my favorites. Really strong and powerful energy for this one. And you know, what we usually do is we hold something between our hands like a stick. I thought I had one around here somewhere, and I don't see it right now, so I don't want to stop our class. So, but maybe one of the, oh, there it is. Here we go. There we go. Coach Sifu Live. All right, so this thing is called a Tai Chi ruler. And what we often do is we do this exercise with the ruler. We make this circle with our hands connected by the ruler. Now, all of you may not have one, and that's okay, because as you've been seeing before, we can just do it with our hands, okay? So that's why they call it Tai Chi ruler though, because there's a ruler or a stick between your hands. Okay, so from your Dragon Warrior position, make sure you're turning to the right, and then we're gonna shift our weight and roll the hands forward. And the way I like to breathe for this one is I breathe in when I come back, and I breathe out when I go forward. Okay, after we do several of those, we come back to the middle. Hey, maybe we can still feel that chi. And I always like to come back to it just to make sure I'm still working with it. And it works every time. It's pretty amazing. And don't worry if you don't feel it the first time. It's okay. Don't worry. It'll be there. And it is there. You wouldn't be in class right now if there wasn't chi. So it's all right. You got it. We just got to help you feel it a little bit. That's all. So we'll just keep practicing together. And eventually, I promise, you will feel it. Okay, here we go. Turning to the left side. And then we're going to reverse the circle. We're still going to inhale or breathe in back. And exhale or breathe out forward. All right, let's go ahead and turn back to the middle, and we can bring our hands all the way down to our Dragon Warrior. And you know, if you're willing and able to be very, very still, you might actually feel the energy in your body moving around. Some of you will even feel the blood flow moving around. Ew! But it's true. And there's nothing wrong with your blood, and actually it's so important for us. Our blood feeds our organs and our cells. So I know, ew, what a Halloween topic, right? We just came from Halloween, but when you guys are doing these exercises, you might actually be able to feel some of that moving around your body. That's all right, it feels pretty good. And when the blood circulates, then life is circulating through the body, and that's what we want. All right, let's gather our chi. Inhale up, exhale down, and let's do another round of the big three. Counter swing, gather, rise and drop. Trembling horse. All right, everybody, bring your feet together. And from my heart to yours, thank you very much. Great to see you guys, and great to come by and be able to define and give you some meaning behind the work that we've been doing in your class. So stay tuned. I'll be back with another one of these to give you even more insights as to why and how and what we're doing. So it's been really great hanging out with you today. Looks like today is going to be quite a break for most of you. You should be happy about that. But I'll tell you that everything that we have done in this class right now is just about everything we need to keep the body healthy and going with good maintenance. And if we're having a great diet, hopefully we're having a good diet. Hopefully a great diet would be wonderful. But that's okay if we don't have a great diet and we have a good diet and we're willing to exercise and we're willing to have balanced behaviors, then we're probably going to live a long, healthy life. And that's what this is all about. So thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out with me at the SAGE program. And I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon for the next round of Kung Fu and Tai Chi. All right? Hey everybody, welcome back to the SAGE program. Today's a great day because I want to talk to you about something pretty important, and that's about breathing, okay? If you were, without food for say a couple of days, I think you'd be all right. If you were without water maybe for a couple of days, you could survive. And even if your parents kept you indoors for an entire week and didn't let you get any sunlight, you'd be all right. But if you don't breathe, well, that's going to cause some serious problems. So even if you stop breathing for just a couple of minutes, then that's going to cause us to have to probably go to the hospital. So I think it's really important if we all learn how to breathe. All right, so we're going to learn how to do some breathing exercises that you've seen, but now we're going to talk about them a little bit more. I'm going to show you how to breathe in the proper way. And yeah, let's have some fun. So the first one we're going to do is the Shaolin Basic Breathing Set, okay? And the Shaolin name comes from a temple in China. And this temple in China is very well known for its Kung Fu monks. And there was a time at the temple when many of the monks were so tired and they were so weak that they were barely even able to meditate. And then a teacher came and showed them how to breathe. And as he began to show them how to breathe, they began to strengthen their bodies. And now today, we know the Shaolin monks as very powerful martial arts, and they have the most cool kung fu you've ever seen in the world. And so we're going to practice some of what they do in order to make their body stronger and to teach you how to breathe. Okay? Now the reason why they want you to breathe is something called qi. All right? Now qi is energy, vital energy. It's like you have a house or an apartment or wherever you live, and the structure is a really great thing, but if there's no electricity, then the lights won't come on. And so qi is kind of like what the Chinese are referring to as the electricity that animates your body. So while we breathe, we also are going to work with our energy, and that's what makes their practices really special. They breathe for energy. So let's try Shaolin basic breathing set. So feet together, standing up tall. You're going to keep the mouth closed and breathe through your nose only. Make sure to take a nice, deep, and full breath. But not too much, just enough to fill up the body comfortably. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. And now we add the movements. So, as you inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, straighten the arms out. Inhale, squat down, bring the hands in. Step out. Exhale, pull the bow and arrow. Inhale, as you scoop. Exhale, pull the bow and arrow. Inhale, step back in. Exhale, push your hands down, and we repeat 5 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. There you have it, Shaolin Basic Breathing Set. like to take a closer look at one of your forms, your very first form, okay, which we call the 5-animal Kung Fu form. And in this form, we have 5 different animals that many of you might be familiar with, especially if you remember Kung Fu Panda. At the time I created this program, it was really popular, and so it was a really nice fit, okay? So the very first part of your form, which you're familiar with, is the monkey section of the form, okay? And then we go to a tiger section, we have the snake section, we have the crane section, and we have the mantis section. So we're gonna take our time working through each one of those, learning slowly, because that's the way Kung Fu is learned. It's learned slowly, so we learn each and every part, and it becomes a part of our lives, okay? So, what a fun way to learn how to exercise, but to learn how to mimic different animals, and they actually are martial art moves at the same time. So I thought that's really pretty cool. So I felt so happy to put together the SAGE program because I thought, man, I think the kids are gonna love this stuff. So I hope you love it, I love it, and I've been practicing Kung Fu for 20 years. And so I've been really excited about it for a long time, and I'm really excited to share it with you too. Okay, so let's try our 5-animal Kung Fu form. So we always begin with our feet together, and then we're gonna practice our Shaolin salute. Remember, we're bringing up our right fist and we're touching our left hand, and then we can offer a bow if we want to. Okay, and then we bring the hands back down. That's our salute. Okay, so let's try that a couple of times, nice and fast. In Shaolin, in martial arts, you gotta be pretty fast. So you don't wanna always do this slow because then it's good practice, okay? So ready? Let's do this 3 times, nice and fast. Ready, and salute. Yeah, nice. Okay, and salute. Very good. And one more time, and salute. All right, now, don't drop your arms. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pull your elbows back, and that's the first movement in our form. Then, we're gonna bring our hands down right over our knees, and I call this one, the monkey steals the peach. You know, so what if you stole a peach, right? And then he stands up, he takes a look, and maybe he would look side to side to make sure nobody was looking, and then he would bring his arms up and he would jump into the tree and he'd grab the branches, right? And then he's gonna swing to the right and swing to the left and swing to the right. And then he's gonna bring his paws in. And this is where he starts to look a little bit more like us. So you're gonna make a nice tight fist. You're gonna step out to your tiger crouching stance and you're gonna punch. And then you're gonna turn the hand over and touch him with the back of your hand. And then you're gonna punch. And you're gonna turn it over and touch him with the back of your hand. And then you're gonna pull your elbow back, and then we step back in, and we're done with the monkey section. Okay, so let's try that again. Ready? Starting with the salute. And salute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we step back in. All right, try again. And ready, salute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and step back in. Okay? One more time, this time without the numbers, together, and salute. And step back in. All right, you got all that? Great. All right, well, I can't wait to show you the next part, which is going to be our tiger form. Ooh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay? All right, so anytime you start and finish your form, we always start and finish with our salute. So, feet together, hands at your side, and salute, and bow. Thank you very much. See you next time.